Okay, let's get going. Hey, thanks for joining. My name is Scott Rumbo. Along with some incredible leaders and some of the top agents in the country, we built a top performing, top producing master agency for Equis Financial. Hey, thanks for joining our virtual hiring event. You know, the purpose of this hiring event is for one reason and one reason only, to save you time. You know, I'm a strong believer in time is our most valuable asset, and time wasted is time we can't get back. So I'm hoping to provide you enough information here so that you can determine whether this sounds like something you're looking for or doesn't quite check the box. So with that in mind, let's get going. Equis was formed in 2015 by successful industry veterans, agents, and agency builders. Having created unique financial protection niches using life insurance and annuity products, Equis receives thousands of requests a week from Americans across the country requested to be contacted by one of our agents about protecting their family in the event of an unexpected death or disability. Let me say that again because it's very important. We have created unique financial protection niches using life insurance and annuity products, and we receive thousands of requests every week from Americans across the country requesting to be contacted by one of our agents about protecting their family in the event of an unexpected death or illness. Our agents are not cold calling and not working through a list of friends and family. Our primary business plan was founded on our commitment to provide financial protection to the mostly, yet I would say the grossly underserved, yet largest market in America, which is middle-income families. We have built a reputation of being a company that builds CEOs of their own income, part-time or full-time. Listen, I don't know what led you to this hiring event, but I know in 2007, when my wife Kimberly and I were still back in big corporate America making multiple six figures, it wasn't long before we figured out that they were controlling our income because our quotas always went up and our income seemed to go down. We started looking for something that we could do outside of those corporate jobs to earn a substantial amount of income so that we can knock out debt. Working someplace part-time wasn't going to do it. That's how we ended up in the space that we're in today, and a little bit more about what I'm going to tell you about here in just a minute. The average part-time agent at Equis earns about $45,000 a year, working 10 to 12 hours a week virtually, helping families and following up with families from the comfort of your home. We offer uncapped income, six-figure bonuses, and we have top agents that earn more than $1 million a year. So whether it's $500 a month that's going to change your life, or you're looking to build a substantial income in a business, we offer both of those here at Equis. We provide financial protection for all. Again, we created unique niches that people are responding to and sending requested for and are looking for and expecting that one of our agents to follow up with them to give them that information. Niches like mortgage protection. Mortgage protection pays someone's mortgage in the event of their death, or if they suffer a major illness such as a heart attack, stroke, cancer, they can use the money to pay the mortgage. If they pass unexpectedly, the family's lost that income, it can pay the house off so that they can keep the house, remain in the home. If they have a major illness, they can use the money while they're alive to pay bills, pay their mortgage, pay their car payments. The most important thing is to make sure they stay in the home. Final expense. Those are requests we receive from people that are looking for, most of the time, a funeral policy. The new kind of life insurance with living benefits. You may be saying the new kind of life insurance with living benefits, that's what about 95% of Americans would say that own a life insurance policy today. They own the old kind that only pays if you die. They don't even know there's a new kind available. You know, which is not surprising. There's over 800 life insurance companies in the United States, and only a handful of them have decided that we're going to offer a new kind of life insurance that you can use if you have a major illness that you don't have to die to get to. College funding, tax-free income solutions. Maybe someone's looking to supplement their current retirement savings plan. Asset preservation, making sure you don't lose that home, you don't lose property or income. Small business solutions. Maybe it's a small business owner, let's say during COVID, that was a one-man operation. You know, if they didn't show up to their shop and open the doors up, the income stopped coming in. You know, we can help put together something for them so that if they have a major illness, they can use some of that money to maybe hire someone part-time to keep the doors open and the income coming into the family. Retirement protection. We're not licensed to to do anything where anyone can lose any money. 401k rollover with 100% stock market loss protection. Again, we're not licensed where we can lose anyone any money. So we have a lot of people let's say during COVID, they lost their jobs and have old 401ks, they're still sitting in the market at risk. They can't afford to lose anymore. So we can help them roll that over, put it in something that's safe and protected. So when the market goes up, they get some gains from it. When it goes down, they're 100% protected. Let me tell you a little bit about our parent company, Integrity Marketing Group out of Dallas, Texas. Integrity is the nation's leading independent distributor of life insurance and health insurance in the U.S., serving the senior market and middle income families, anywhere from Medicare to final expense to mortgage protection to life insurance. Integrity develops products with insurance carriers and distributes those through their 275, I would say there's probably 285 independent agents today, serving over 1 million clients a year, over 1,200 employees. Matter of fact, I think that's up to about 1,350 or 1,400 employees now. And in 2020, we're expected to do more than $3.5 billion in premium. That's $3.5 billion in premium. 25% of all Medicare subplans in the US flow through one of the Integrity partners. You can see to the right there, there's a map of the United States, and those brands or those company names surrounding that, those are the Integrity partners. Integrity's gone out in the marketplace and within the Medicare market, final expense mortgage protection, and partnered with the best of the best in these spaces. Let me just tell you this fact. If Integrity were a publicly traded company today, not only would they be considered a Fortune 500 company, but the third fastest growing Fortune 500 company. So let's talk about the Integrity Marketing Senior Executive Leadership. Who are they? You may recognize that guy there to the left, Steve Young, former quarterback, Hall of Fame quarterback for the 49ers, who is also a Hall of Fame business guy. He's the chairman of the board. And to the right, Mr. Brian Adams, co-founder and CEO of Integrity Marketing. Incredible individuals leading the way. Why we do what we do, let me just give you some facts so that they're not coming from Scott Rumbo, they're coming from real resources. These may surprise you. Did you know that 66% of all bankruptcies are a direct result of medical debt? Somebody got sick and didn't see it coming. Also, the number one reason for foreclosure in the United States is an unexpected illness that no one saw coming and created a massive amount of medical debt that sank them financially. The first thing to go usually is our biggest bill, which is our mortgage payment, right? Well, you may be saying, well, it's probably because those people didn't have health insurance. Well, in fact, 67% of them did have health insurance. They still couldn't handle the overwhelming debt that came from the medical debt. And these are pre-COVID-19 numbers. We have not seen the fallout from COVID-19 yet. We're not expected to see the foreclosures and bankruptcies hit to about December or January. It usually is they say there's usually about 10 to 12 months lag time when foreclosures hit after a major financial event like we've gone through during COVID-19. Think about this. Every 40 seconds, someone suffers a heart attack. 90% of people today survive. 70% of us, 7 out of 10 of us that are watching this right now, will require some type of long-term care. And if you do, you have to go into an assisted living. The average assisted living cost monthly is $7,700 a month. Every 30 seconds, someone's diagnosed with cancer. Let me talk about some of our companies that we partner with. These are household names that you'll recognize. These companies contract Equis Financial to expand the sale and distribution of their product. We use their product to create these niches I've talked about. Companies like Mutual of Omaha, John Hancock, look at there to the right, CVS Health and Aetna. Do you know we have an exclusive final expense product? Again, that's someone typically looking for a funeral policy that is branded CVS. Have you heard of CVS Pharmacy? Do you think that people aren't confident when you sit down with them and say, I represent the CVS final expense product? Aetna, a number of names. We have over 25 different insurance partners that we work with. Let's talk about how you get in front of people if you're not cold calling and making lists of friends and family. What about these people that are requesting someone to contact them? Here's an example of that. We use a number of different ways. Direct mail, still the number one way we get requested, believe it or not. We also use Google ads, Facebook ads, a number of other digital marketing platforms as well. But let's take mortgage protection, for example. Every time there's a new mortgage or refinance in the United States, it's filed at a local courthouse. We get that information every day. We then send them a letter. I'll show you the copy of that letter here in just a second. Hey, listen, 98.5% of the people that get one of these letters are going to throw it in the trash. That's okay because we're looking for that 1.5. They're going to fill out a request for coverage and send it back so our agents can follow up on them. It comes back to us, those get into our lead system. Let me show you what the letter looks like. So this is no smoke and mirrors. This is not something people think, if I fill this out, I need enter a chance to win a $250 gift card at Walmart or something like that. It is clear and exact in what they're requesting. This is pretty small, but let me just kind of read it. And I'm going to make up a couple other names because this is Mary Sample on here. But let's say this is Bill Martin at 123 Main Street in Fort Worth, Texas. That's where I'm located. Just closed on a mortgage with ABC Bank for $250,000. It says you might qualify for a mortgage protection product, which will pay that mortgage in the event of your death, or if you become ill, have a major illness such as heart attack, stroke, or cancer, you can use it to pay your mortgage so you don't become one of those statistics that goes into foreclosure. At the bottom, they're not filling out a request to enter a contest. They're filling out a request for coverage and for a request for someone to contact them. So we have them to qualify them, have them fill out their name, age or date of birth, height, weight, smoker, non-smoker, home phone, cell phone, work phone, do the same thing for their spouse and send it back in. Let me ask you guys something. If I'm going to put my wife's height and weight on there, do you think I'm serious about it? Because I'm going to go ask her exactly what it is or have her fill it in and stick it in the envelope. I think I'm pretty serious if I'm putting that information in there, right? Then they sign it, send it back in. Here's where that goes. This goes into what's called our lead platform. These are requests. These are families that are sitting in here that have not been helped by an Equis agent yet. You can go in here, click on the states that are in the left here, click on that. There's a little plus button right there. It'll drop down and break it down by county, show you how many families are in that county that have not been helped by an Equis agent yet. If you go to the far right-hand side of the bold column, go all the way to the bottom, that says there's like 183,834 families sitting in the system that have not been helped by an Equis agent yet. That's just for our mortgage protection request. Underneath here, there's this one right here at the bottom. That one is for final expense, people that are looking for a funeral policy. If you go to the bottom of that one says there's 24,565 families sitting in there that have not been helped by an Equis agent yet. And then in the far back here, the upper right-hand corner, these are requests that have come in digitally for mortgage protection. Someone requested mortgage protection that's filled out in a digital format. That right there says there's 57,349 families in the state of Texas that have requested someone contact them that have not been helped by an Equis agent yet. The Equis platform, available to you 24/7. 24/7, you can log on and get any type of training you want. Refresher, you got appointments coming up tomorrow. You don't know, remember what quite to say when you contact the people, whatever the case may be. The training platform is available to you 24/7. There's a fee to get in there. Why don't we charge you a fee to go educate yourself there? I actually heard some people charge fees for you to get into their training system. 100% virtual agent. Listen, we have built a virtual agent platform that is second to none. I promise you. I have people contact me all the time from around the country wanting to know, how did you guys do this and how did you do it successfully? You know, when COVID-19 hit, or let's say prior to COVID, when someone contacted us and they wanted us to help them protect their family, they don't have to take a medical exam or anything like that. They want life insurance. They don't have to take a medical exam with us. That's a wrong thing to do with someone through a medical exam. It's really risky for the client. So they don't have to take a medical exam. Therefore, we would go out to their home, schedule time to go out, sit down with them, because they weren't requesting this, you know, through TV or something like that. They wanted to sit down with someone who could explain this option to them so they can make an educated decision on whether this was right for their family. But when COVID hit, all of a sudden, you know, people didn't want you to come out to the home. There are agents that said, I'm not comfortable going out to someone's home. The companies, the insurance companies we work with, they never react this quickly. I can tell you that. But they did when COVID hit. They said, we still have to see these people, and more requests are coming in than ever before. So they said, you know what? You can still see the people. You can do it by video. There's all sorts of platforms available out there. So this to the left, that's a Zoom that we have Monday through Friday. Most of these people are full-time on here. Some are part-time. But they're my virtual platform team. They're on 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, with 3-day weekends every week. They get on here, and I usually have 3 or 4 of the top producing virtual agents that are making live phone calls every morning, Monday through Thursday, so that you can hear exactly what they say when they book the appointment with that client. And then they come back on about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and they're doing live appointments that they booked previously that morning. Doing live appointments so you can hear exactly what they say when they're working with the client to help them protect their family. There's no cold calling. There's no list of friends and family. You follow up with families that requested you to contact them. Our world-class virtual agent training platform is available 24/7. You can go on to our virtual training center and you can watch videos of our top agents that are making phone calls and tips from them as to exactly what to do when you contact folks and set up a successful meeting virtually from the comfort of your home. Virtual training center, here it is right here. So you can go watch how do you set virtual appointments. Here's some quick tips on things that you need to make sure that you cover so that you make sure that when you call them back that afternoon or evening, they pick up the phone. You know, how do you call some of these older requests that are sitting in the system? Connor goes through and does live calls and books appointments. That's a video of him doing live phone calls, booking appointments, so you can hear exactly how he follows up with them. Again, additional resources available to you 24/7. Hey, what do I say when I call them? Your scripts and guides. There are webinars available. All of the calls, the training calls that we do nationally, they're recorded. You can click on calls and you can go to any of those and reference them at any time 24/7. Our platform that we spend millions of dollars on. Hey, when you're sending your business in, you can go right here log onto your agent dashboard using your secure login and password. You can see exactly what's going on with all of your applications that you submit to the insurance companies. Hey, I just put this on here because, you know, I just want you to know there are real people behind this. This is not fake. We got a ton of agents around the country. But let's say, for example, that's Brandon there. I did make them faces different, as you can tell, because as I start to show this, they go, hey, I really don't like that picture of me on your presentation. Well, here you go. So here's Brandon here. At this point during the month, Brandon has submitted 90 applications. Tanya down here is one of our top agents in the country, 73 applications. 2 ways to get paid here at Equis Financial. We have 2 paths, both part-time and full-time. Let me give you an example on how do you get paid. Here's a good example. The average monthly premium for a mortgage protection product is about $84. It's been that way since I've been in the business since 2007. So here's how you get paid. Take that $84 and go times 12 months. That's the way the insurance companies compensate you. So times 12 months. Let's say for easy numbers, it's $1,000 annually. I'm going to roll it down and make it an even number. Commissions range from 70 to 120% of the $1,000. So let's say in this example, you have a 70% commission. 70% of $1,000 is $700 times 75% advance. Now the insurance companies have collected one payment of $84, right? They're saying your commission is $700 of that policy you just had paid. They're going to advance you 75% of that $700 commission, which is $525. And it's paid to you directly from the big insurance company daily. So you get a policy, let's say you get a policy approved today, you should be paid by Thursday or Friday. Within 48 to 72 hours, you get payment directly into your bank account from the big insurance company. And it's paid daily. Doesn't matter if it's Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. I even get deposits on Sunday nights from some of our companies. The other 175% of commissions that they held out up front is still paid to you in months 10, 11, and 12, as long as your client's still paying, to total out $700 commission. You can also build your own agency. Commissions range from 5% to 50% on your agents that are out there producing and seeing families. So here's an example of a 100% virtual agent. That's why you're here. This position was created so we have people that have changed their life while working from home. You know, I always thought, and I've talked to people that said, yeah, I work from home and I don't really make that much money. Listen, here's an example right here. Again, this schedule for a full-time person is Monday through Thursday, 28 hours a week, 16 days a month, 4 days a week, guys, 4 days a week with 3-day weekends every week. Here's an example of Connor Jones, our top virtual agent. Connor's 21 years old, 100% virtual, average income is about $35,000 a month. He works Monday through Thursday. The guy there below, Taylor, 26 years old, 100% virtual agent, average monthly income, $17,000 a month, works Monday through Thursday. And we have a whole bunch of people that you saw on the previous slides on that Zoom with all the windows open that are out there making incomes, whether it be $500 a month or they're making $35,000 a month and all in between. Here's another example of one of our agents. This is one of my buddies, Johnny Brooks. Johnny's a part-time guy with us. He's a firefighter, volunteer firefighter. And you may think, well, this is a part-time example of an agency, and you pick the guy that makes the most money part-time. No, I didn't. Matter of fact, Johnny doesn't make the most money part-time. There's a lot more people that make more money than Johnny, but I put Johnny on here because it's a great example, and he's a good buddy of mine. I think it's pretty cool as a firefighter. So Johnny came to me a couple of years ago and said, how would you maximize your income if you were part-time? And I said, I would leverage both sides of the income that the insurance companies have been paying for more than 100 years. Number one, they pay people to sell policies. And number two, they pay people to hire people to sell policies. So I told Johnny, here's the plan I would have to maximize your income part-time, working 10 to 15 hours a week. So I said, Johnny, you focus on going out and helping one family a week. And I just put average. So you can see these numbers conservative from the previous slide. I put, that's $500 a week. Your average commission, $500 a week. I was going to be conservative. That's $2,000 a month or $24,000 a year. Now, Johnny, working with his mentor, went out and hired 8 part-time people with the expectation that they would do no more than he did, help one family a week. And Johnny doing that, the insurance companies gave him a raise on his commission because of the volume of applications that his team or his agency was sending to them. They said, thank you for sending that business in. We'd love to give you a raise because you're sending more business our way. Johnny gave himself a 20% raise in this case because of the premium and number of applications that he and his team were sending in. They paid him 20% commissions on his team that was going out and selling on average 1 a week. That's 8 people he hired, selling 1 a week. That paid him $5,000 a month, passive income, or $60,000 a year. Now, if you take the $60,000 and the $24,000 that he did on his own, that's $84,000 a year. That was the plan I laid out for Johnny. Here's what Johnny did. Johnny made $80,000 in 2018, and in 2019 made $125,000. He's expected to make about $150,000 to $160,000 this year. He hired a few more people. Hey, great trips that you can win. These insurance companies have been known for sending agents on world-class 5-star vacations for years. This is the incentive trip we have going right now, and yes, you can still win it. The first one is called the second tier vacation. It's a 5-star resort in Santa Fe, New Mexico. You can win that. It's about 85 applications that you have to get issued, or 85 policies. The other one, do a few more, and you can win a trip to Banff. We're going to cruise on this cool train across the Rockies in Canada and stay in some cool hotels. So let me tell you this before we wrap up. You must have a state insurance license, a life insurance license. It's a simple process. We'll walk you through it. Don't go try to do it on your own. Let us walk you through it. Because we're also going to get you a discount on your study course and things like that. But on average, it's about $200 for a study course, test, and get your test scheduled, application to the state. So if you think that's something you can do right now, you said, listen, I think this is for me. I can do the $200 and get licensed. You're going to schedule a test about 7 to 10 days from now once we get you going. So you can knock that out. And then we're going to put you right onto the virtual Zoom that we have every morning so you can start learning right away exactly how to go out and make money as soon as the state issues your license number. So whether it's an extra $500 a month or you're looking to make $20,000 a month, we can help put together a plan for you. So if you're interested in doing that, you think that, say, listen, how do I get started? I'm ready to go. I understand I got to get a state license. How do I get started? Then I want you to reach out to me. Click on the link below this video so that you can schedule a time on my calendar so we can chat for a few minutes and get you going. Thank you for joining. Thanks for taking the time. I don't think it for granted, so I hope it's time well spent.